All new tonight, H&N investigates the extraordinary overtime claims of a retired police sergeant who was raking in twice as much money as Hawaii's governor.
Darren Cachola was HPD's top earner this fiscal year. Our chief investigative reporter Lynn Kawano breaks down his paycheck and who approved all those hours.
The amount of money he received in extra pay is jaw-dropping. Some are wondering now, did he actually earn it? Recently retired Honolulu Police Sergeant Darren Cachola is now the subject of a new probe into his overtime claims. Numbers provided by HPD show the top 10 earners made about or over $300,000 for fiscal year 2025, which ended in June. Cachola, a sergeant in District 3, which includes Pro City, Aiea, and Waipahu, topped the list with more than $371,000, significantly more than any other officer. Cachola's 29 years with HPD earned him a base pay of $134,000. The overtime he claimed hauled in a whopping $236,810.80.
$250,000 in just overtime, not even salary, $250,000. There needs to be a pause. We need to look at this.
Breaking it down month by month, he consistently made tens of thousands of dollars in extra pay, with the peak in April. He made more than $28,000 in OT that month alone. Then it dropped off in May and June as he approached retirement in July. It's not uncommon for officers to pad their pension, which is computed using their most profitable years. But some call this excessive.
They call it spiking because these officers is probably in that 3-year range. So it would be the average of 3 years. So say they make $100,000, and $200,000 the last year. That last year is, would be considered what's called spiking.
An HPD record of overtime hours for officers shows Cachola put in for a total of 2,471 hours of overtime. If he works a 40-hour work week, then he averaged more than 87 hours for the 52 weeks. All officers need approval for overtime, and multiple sources say HPD is looking into computer records to see if Cachola had access to his captain's computer login and possibly used it to validate some of his own extra hours.
Where is the actual proof that he was working these hours? And if you have it, then we have to ask, why were you overworking this man that much?
We have an inquiry into the whole situation. And if that inquiry shows that there was wrongdoing, then that'll turn into an investigation.
Honolulu Police Interim Chief Ratty Vanek could not discuss the case further, but said Cachola is the only one of the top 10 earners to be probed about the overtime. Cachola has a history of concerning high-profile events, domestic violence cases stemming back to 2002 when a woman filed for a temporary restraining order against him, alleging that he had been violent toward her. It was granted but dissolved due to insufficient evidence. In 2014, he was fired after surveillance video leaked showing him fighting with his then-girlfriend in a Waipahu restaurant. A grand jury declined to indict him, and Cachola was reinstated. 3 years later, in 2017, he was accused of choking his wife. He was suspended but never arrested. Then in 2019, Hawaii News Now cameras caught him leaving the cell block after an arrest for abuse of a family member. His ex-wife stopped cooperating with prosecutors, and the case was dismissed. Cachola now collects a hefty taxpayer-funded pension, at least $10,000 a month. But employee pensions can be challenged if the employee is convicted of a felony crime. We spoke with Cachola's attorney offering comment for this story. We are waiting to hear back. I'm Lynn Kawano, Hawaii News Now.